Every year, 7 contestants vie for the Miss Dominica title, and every year we get to sit with those contestants to find out just a little bit more about who they are. Today I'm joined by Patrice Dorsette from the community of Marigot. Patrice, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So you're from the community of Marigot, the Afuawi city or community. Tell me about your upbringing in Marigot.
My upbringing was mostly, well, I was raised by my grandmother mostly. My father doesn't live in Dominica, he lives overseas, and my mother loves to travel, so she would be in and out, so I was mostly raised by my grandmother. And she taught me to enjoy everything about Marigot because she was raised in the heights of Marigot. That's the area where you do most gardening. So she was a farmer, and she would always make us go up to the mountains, do gardening with her. So we enjoyed going through the bushes and picking mangoes, oranges, bringing them back down at home. So it was fun. I got to run around, play in the streams nearby, bathe if she wants us to stay out of her way while she does her digging. Then it was fun.
That seems to be a wholesome upbringing.
Yes.
You have an associate's degree in psychology.
Yes.
What are your long-term education goals?
I intend to pursue a bachelor's degree in early childhood education. I believe that with children, the educational, social, and the physical development at an early age, it's crucial. It's a crucial stage in their life, and we need to pay more attention to that. We need to make learning a fun experience for them so we can get positive outbringing or outcomes for them in terms of education. So that's what I want to do, early childhood education.
Okay, that's great. Now, with the early childhood education, I'll go straight into another question. There are many government initiatives regarding childhood education or early childhood education. How do you think that would play in your life when you decide to, let's say, come back home and maybe have your own early childhood center?
Yes, and I actually do intend to have an early childhood center, or actually go through teacher preschool. I think that we can make learning more fun for the children, introduce new things, because technology is becoming a huge part in the children's lives right now. If we introduce to them technology at an earlier stage, I think we can get more positive outcomes from introducing technology to them.
Okay. So your long-term goal is to study education, but more specifically early childhood education.
Yeah.
How important do you think government subventions to early childhood centers are?
I believe it's very important because not every child is fortunate enough to have the supplies to enter into school. So with the government providing financial assistance, whether it's recreational assistance, then that's very important, because then they don't feel left out or they don't feel that they have less.
Okay. You've also participated in other pageants.
Yes, I have.
Tell me about your experience and how it differs from that of this pageant.
Okay. I'm going to start with my very first pageant. It was in 2001 when I took part in the Marigot Carnival Princess Show. That was my first time entering a pageant, and I was lucky enough to succeed. I won the title of Marigot Carnival Princess, and I went on. I didn't stop there. In primary school, it could have been Miss Noel, Team Matador. I took part in every one of them. I didn't win all, but I made sure that I took part. So I got accustomed to the stage. I started loving being on stage, expressing myself. So I figured, well, in the future, why not take part in the bigger pageants? I was thinking about Miss Teen Dominica and Miss Dominica itself. I didn't get the opportunity to take part in Miss Teen Dominica, but I got the opportunity to take part in Miss Mayfest 2014.
Okay.
And I was able to succeed in the Miss Mayfest pageant. I competed against 6 other competitors, all from La Plaine, Casa Bruce, Calibishi, Woodford Hill, and Marigot. So it was a wide range of girls, And I was happy that I had the opportunity to partake in that show, because it helped me to gain more self-confidence in myself. And right now, everything is bigger. The Miss Dominica pageant is bigger. So the interviews are not the same from the Miss Mayfair show. A lot more is demanded from you from the Miss Dominica pageant. You need to always have your heels on, always look the parts. You're going to be representing your country, and if you're successful, you have the opportunity to go overseas. So Dominica needs an ambassador, so everything is bigger. You need to ensure that you can speak well, interact with different types of people, different status. So everything is bigger. It's different. I like it.
Okay.
It's exciting.
I'm glad that you like it. If you were to win the Miss Dominica title, how will you affect change in your community and in Dominica?
I actually want to affect or bring light to unity in community, which is also my platform. I want to show everyone that a community is not just a group of people living in a geographical location. It's more than that. It's people working together as a cooperative unit. You need to learn how to speak to people, relate to them, understand them, so that more can be done, you can achieve more. And unity is something that's demanded globally, not just in your own country. And because the world is made up of different communities, then you can view the world as one community. So it's important that way. You can let everyone know that if you're able to work together and you're cooperative with your partners, your peers, then you can in turn bring world peace and harmony, and that's something that's demanded globally. So. Very well said,
very well said. What would you say constitutes as true beauty?
I believe that beauty is an experience. I'm not just speaking about a person, I'm speaking about everyday life itself. You go to the beach, it's sunny outside, you smile, you see birds, that's beautiful. You get this warm feeling inside you, that's beautiful. You see a flower outside, what is beautiful about the flower? Okay, it looks different from everything else. It's an experience. You smile. In terms of personality, then it comes from within always, because you might not find that person attractive, but something about them is appealing to you. So it's an experience. So that's what I think true beauty is.
I like your answer. It's different from what somebody else would say. I really appreciate that. What is success to you?
Success, it doesn't have to mean that you're going to become rich. If you have a plan in life, you work towards that plan. So you set your calendar, you mark a date. It can be very simple, but once you achieve it, then you feel successful. So that's what I think success is. You plan, mark your calendar, set your date, you do your best in it, and once you're able to achieve what you set in front of you, then that's success to me.
What is the best advice that your grandmother has given you and that you take with you wherever you go?
Don't depend on others to get where you want to be in life. You need to work for what you want. Anybody can leave you at any time. So ensure that you have your head on always.
What has been your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement was, it happened last year, where a Carnival Princess contestant approached me. That was in Margaret, and she asked me to be her chaperone. So I said, of course. And I said, well, we're going to win. I'm going to ensure that you do. And I helped her with her talent, showed her how to walk, how to talk. And on the night of the show, she emerged successful, and that felt great. I felt like it was 2001 all over again.
Oh, that's really sweet. How would you describe your own personality?
Patrice is fun. She likes to do things differently. She doesn't want people to think, oh, she's just like the rest. She wants to be known, she wants to be remembered. So she's always going to come with something different. So that's who Patrice is. She's going to come with something different. Don't expect anything less.
And is this something that you will teach your students when you become a teacher?
Always. That's how people are going to remember you in life. That's how you make your mark, by doing something different, not what everybody else does.
Do you believe in God?
I do believe in God. We have birds, we have trees, we have life. It cannot be, it's not proven as yet that we're from something else, so that maybe we came from monkeys, as Charles Darwin believes, but I do believe in God. Creation itself is a mystery. We're trying to understand it, and it has people a bit scared. So why not believe in God? If you can't understand everything else, you need to have faith in someone.
Would you say that you are more spiritual than religious, or more religious than spiritual?
I am more spiritual than religious. I don't believe that religion is of God, because religion in some way causes it's not a unified thing, because I'm Catholic and you can be Adventist, and we believe that you shouldn't eat this and you shouldn't eat that, and it just causes a conflict. So I don't believe that religion is really of God. God is someone that's pure, everything is good, you're unified, we're harmonious, so it can't have disagreements. If there's a God in religion, there's too many disagreements. So I'm more of a spiritual person.
What's your knowledge of any government initiatives taking place in your community, or that have taken place over the past 5 years?
Okay, in my community presently we have the Yes We Care program, and there is also the renovation of the Margaret Hospital. And I do support both these government initiatives, because Margaret not only supports health care to only the environs, but also Wesley, Margaret, Calabishi, that's the main center. So I support these moves by the government.
Okay. What do you think of Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt's efforts to create employment for the youth of this country?
It was a great move. There's the National Employment Program, where you're able to learn a skill or become experienced in a certain area that you're interested in. Most times on the criteria to get a job, they ask you what's your working experience, but straight out of college you don't have that experience. So if you get to train for a year, then you have that experience, and you can't get employed because you have it there to be on your curriculum vitae.
What can Dominica expect from you on the night of the show?
Something different, and something that you're definitely going to remember, because I'm not going to do something that you've ever seen before.
Well, I can't wait. So we are going to give you an opportunity to speak about your platform a little further to the Dominican public, and you can tell them why it's extremely important to you.
Okay. My platform is building unity in the community. I believe that we need to see communities not just as a geographical location, but as people working together and as a corporate union. That way we can impact the entire world and bring peace and harmony.
That's it for this edition of Journey to the Throne. Join us again next time. I'm Pearl Fontaine.